There's an update in the death of Nex Benedict. That's the indigenous Oklahoma high school student who family and friends say identified as non-binary and died a day after that they were involved in a fight with other students at school. Now, it's not clear if or how the fight contributed to Nex's death, but the U.S. Department of Education has now opened an investigation into whether the public school system there appropriately responded to reported harassment. The probe comes after the Human Rights Campaign filed a complaint. In a statement, the Owasso School District says the complaint is without merit. Joining me now is the president of the Human Rights Campaign, Kelley Robinson. Kelley, thank you for being with me this morning. What are you hoping to learn from this investigation?
We are hoping for accountability from this investigation. Look, what happened to Nex is heartbreaking. It is devastating. We're talking about a 16-year-old kid that was harassed and bullied at school for over a year. Then they were beaten brutally in a bathroom, sent home without medical care, and died a day later. I've been on the ground in Oklahoma, and I have seen a community that is reeling, a community that is grieving, and a community that's demanding justice. This Department of Education complaint that we sent, we are glad that it was acknowledged with filing for a formal investigation, because what I hear from that statement from the school district is that they're more focused on covering their tails than looking at what is important, than looking at what is happening in the school and doing their job. It is their job to create an environment that is safe and welcoming for all students, especially LGBTQ+ students, and that did not happen.
I wonder, after you heard this story, what was most concerning to you about the school's response?
It is just so gut-wrenching to me, especially as a parent, because what I saw in the school's response was them not doing their job. The adults in this situation did not protect that kid in the way that they deserved, in the way that Nex deserved. And look, we have to look more broadly to understand what happened to Nex. You have to understand what's happening in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is leading the pack in anti-LGBTQ+ legislation, passing everything from gender-affirming care bans to anti-trans bathroom bans to trying to get book bans across the finish line. And on top of that, you have politicians, adults, who are making a business out of harassing LGBTQ+ youth. You had an Oklahoma Republican state representative who said the LGBTQ+ people were filth. You have a superintendent, Ryan Walters, who's gone out of his way to create an environment of harassment for LGBTQ+ youth, from attacking teachers who are affirming of the queer and trans and non-binary kids in their classrooms, to appointing a Libs of TikTok co-founder to be on a state advisory board, someone who does not even live in the state. This is about Nex, but it's about so much more. And right now, what we are calling on is a full demand for justice here, because we have to make sure that Nex's life is honored, but also to stop the systemic harassment that's happening to too many LGBTQ+ kids in the state.
You mentioned the bathroom politics here, and you note in your letter to the Department of Education that Nex's family said that they first began being bullied after the Oklahoma governor signed the bill forbidding trans youth from using restrooms consistent with their gender identity. Do you think things would be different here if Nex would have been able to use the restroom of their choice?
What we are seeing here is systemic. And I think what I really want to be clear about is that these laws, these anti-LGBTQ+ laws that have moved in Oklahoma but are moving in too many states, are contributing to a culture of hate. And that hate too often has deadly consequences. You know, the Human Rights Campaign declared a national state of emergency because of all the anti-LGBTQ+ bills we've seen across the country. Already 400 bills attacking our community have been introduced just this year, and it is barely the beginning of March. We have to do something to stop this onslaught of hate, this onslaught of attacks in my community, and it starts here. It starts by having real accountability in Owasso. Real accountability for some of the bad actors that are creating an environment where this is possible. Folks like Superintendent Ryan Walters, who we are calling for his removal.
Kelley Robinson with the Human Rights Campaign, I thank you so much for your time, and we will watch this investigation closely.